Namaste students. Today we are going to see three-dimensional geometry. Actually it's merely equal to vector algebra only. First we are going to see how to find the direction cosines. You all know what are direction cosines, right? That is cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. So if you see this exercise 11.1, the first question, if a line makes angles 90 degree, 135 degree, 45 degree with x, y and z axis, find the direction cosines. So the direction cosines of a line be L, M, N. L is nothing but cos alpha, M is cos beta, N is cos gamma. So I am going to substitute the values of alpha, beta and gamma. So what is alpha value? 90. It's given. Beta value is 135 and gamma value is 45 degree. So what is cos 90? 0, right? Here you have 135. 135 you can split and write as 90 plus 45. You all know the quadrants, right? You have the quadrants. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So 90 plus means which quadrant? Second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos will be positive or negative? Negative. So you are getting a negative sign here. See, this is all T cups, right? So sine, what will happen to sine is positive, but we have here cos. But for 90, cos will change to sine. So minus sine 45. So the value is minus 1 by root 2. And here directly cos 45 value is 1 by root 2. So L, M, N, these are the direction cosines values, 0, minus 1 by root 2 and 1 by root 2. So they can give you any angle like this, not only these three values, any values they can give, and you can find the direction cosines of that particular line. Okay, so now the second question, find the direction cosines of a line which makes equal angle with the coordinate axis. What is the meaning of equal angle? That is alpha, beta, gamma are same. That is L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos alpha and N is also cos alpha. It's given they are equal angles. And you all know this condition, vector itself we have this, right? L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. It's a very important condition which will be used for 1 marks. So cos square alpha plus cos square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1. So 3 times of cos square alpha is equal to 1. So cos square alpha is equal to 1 by 3 or cos alpha is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 3. Thus the direction cosines are plus or minus 1 by root 3, plus or minus 1 by root 3, plus or minus 1 by root 3. Okay, the second question. Now the third one, if a line has direction ratios, then what is the meaning of ratios? Ratios means, see, in this vector which is ratios and which is cosines, you all know this 2. How will you find that? 2 by root of 2 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, comma, right? 2 by root of, comma, 3 by root of this value. The same thing we are going to find here using the points. Okay, they are given minus 18 comma 12 comma minus 4. So minus 18 by root of 18 square plus 12 square plus 4 square. Then you have 12 by root of 18 square plus 12 square plus minus 4 square minus 4 by root of this values, right? So you're getting minus 18 by 22, minus 12 by 22, minus 4 by 22, minus 11 by, that is you can cancel this, right? So 9 by 11, 6 by 11 and minus 2 by 11. It's clear, students? If a line has the direction ratios, then what are the direction cosines? The ratios means only the points. Okay, cosines means including the values, magnitude values. Okay, and the fourth question you can have, show that the points are collinear. Show that the points are collinear. They are given you 3 points, A, B and C. Okay, how can you say that the points are collinear? First we want to find the direction ratios of AB, then we are going to find BC. How will you find the direction ratios of line joining 2 points? x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. This is a condition to find the direction ratios of a line joining 2 points. Okay, So first I'm going to find for AB. This is x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. So first I'm going to find direction ratios of AB. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3, 1, minus 4. Okay, the direction ratios are minus 3, minus 5 and minus 3. Then I'm going to find for BC the same way. 5 minus of minus 1 will become plus 6, right? 5 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 7 minus 1, 6. Can you see difference here? See, minus 3, minus 5 and minus 3, 6, 10 and 6. So if I multiply this with 2, you will get this, that is minus 2AB is equal to BC, which means they are proportional. AB is parallel to BC. So B is common point to both AB and BC. A, B and C are collinear. Okay, so to prove that the points are collinear, you just find the direction ratios AB, BC, then you can find relation, then you can conclude that. Next question, fifth one. Find the direction cosines of the sides of the triangle whose vertices are. So they are given 3 points A, B and C, and they are given these 3 are the vertices of a triangle. See, to find the direction cosines, we want first the direction ratios. So first I am going to take this side AB, and you all know how to find the direction ratios of 2 points, right? x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So using that, first I am finding the direction ratios of this AB. Minus 4, minus 4 and 6. So once the point is given, can you find the direction cosines? Minus 4 by root of minus 4 square plus 6 square. Okay, the same way, minus 4 by root of 4 square, 6 square, 6 by root of, right? So minus 4 by root 68, minus 4 by root 68, 6 by root 68. The 68 I can write as 4 into 17. The next step you can split and write as 2 into root 7. If you want, you can cancel this 2 and 4, 2 and 4 and 2 and 3. So direction cosines of sides AB. Now can you see how to find the direction cosines of BC? First you find the direction ratios of BC. Okay, then you can find the direction cosines of BC using the same thing. Okay, now next you can find the direction cosines of CA also using the same way. See, CA. So you should take C as x1, y1, z1 and A as x2, y2, z2. So that you should be very clear here. Can we go for the next question? See, before that, find the direction cosines when the sides are given. Okay, so with this, the first exercise gets over. We'll pass on to the second exercise.